So, Ms. Dickstein, any closing comments?
I do have a closing comment this morning, Your Honor, but before I make them, I would like to call forward Fred Stovall,
Okay.
Director of Public Works. So, Mayor, Commissioners, after more than 2 decades of dedicated service, we celebrate the outstanding career of our retiring Director of Public Works, Fred Stovall. Since 2002, he has been a driving force behind the City of Dayton's infrastructure and public services, overseeing budgets from $26 million to $52 million and leading a workforce of up to 485 employees. His leadership has improved the quality of life for residents through enhanced trash and recycling programs, roadway maintenance, fleet services, and more. His commitment to innovation led to the creation of a public works call center and the improved use of GIS technology for service delivery. Key accomplishments that Fred has made and that will have a lasting impact on our community. He has built strong community relationships. He established a positive reputation with residents and neighborhood groups by being responsive to their concerns and improving the quality of life services across Dayton. He has implemented Dayton Delivers technology, spearheaded the launch of Dayton Delivers, a user-friendly technology platform that enabled residents to engage with the city more effectively and receive timely updates on service requests. He fostered a collaborative team culture. He maintained an open-door policy, ensuring that employees felt heard and valued. He committed to staff engagement and fostered a team-oriented workplace, encouraging collaboration and growth. He enhanced the capital project bidding process, championed a strategic shift in how the city advertised engineering estimates, resulting in more competitive bids and improved cost efficiency for capital projects. He optimized our street repaving strategies, introduced a data-driven approach to street maintenance, implementing a 3-year cycle for documenting street conditions. This initiative strengthened the Public Works Department ability to prioritize repaving projects and support commitments under Issue 9 and Issue 6. Fred's legacy is defined by his commitment to excellence, innovation, and community engagement, leaving behind a public works department that is more efficient, responsive, and dedicated to serving the residents of Dayton. I am so proud of the work that Fred has accomplished, and thank you, Fred, for your stellar public service. Our organization and community are far better because of it, and I wish you a long, healthy, and joyous retirement.
Thank you.
Comments, of course. I know you're not short on words.
I know. So I'll try to get through this. Again, good morning, Commissioners, Mayor, City Manager, Fred Stovall, Director of Public Works, for the last time. Till Friday at 5 o'clock. But I do want to say it's been a great opportunity for the last 24 years I have with the city, but the last 22 of those have been as Director of Public Works. I appreciate all the support of all the mayors and commission over the years. I think it's been 4 mayors, and whatever seats have changed up there with the commissioners.
Nobody's left from then.
City manager, I think Ms. Dickstein is number 5 for me, I believe, my tenure here at the city. So again, I appreciate over the years all that support. Coming from the private sector, it's always been a challenge for me, adapting from private to public, even to this last day. Still say that. And the reason I say that is, you know, coming from the private sector, you know, it's about making the money, about being profit-driven. And being in that culture for 24 years, it was all about customer service and taking care of the customers. And Commissioner Shaw, you probably understand this. We were always driven to say it's easier and cheaper to maintain existing customers than to go out and recruit new ones, right? So to me, that's the same philosophy I tried to uphold here in the city of Dayton. It's easy for us to keep people here.
Yes, sir.
And then, encourage people to come. But if we're doing the right thing and we're providing good quality service, people get the opportunity, maybe want to come in. But at least we can maintain that base and know what we have to work with. So that's kind of been my philosophy I've been using here as the organization. But again, I appreciate this, providing the equity opportunity for all the neighborhoods. Has really been a good collaboration between Public Works, Water, Police, Fire, Mr. Steve Gondel's group, P&D, and I think working with the neighborhoods has really been great. That collaboration with the neighborhoods is really key. My thing with the neighborhoods, hey, we can work together, but the city can't do it all, I can give you the stage, I can set it up, but then I need you to carry it and hold it down and not expect the city to be repetitive and come back and doing the same thing over and over. So, again, I appreciate it, the opportunity working here, and all my people in the neighborhood, they get asked me now, Fred, who do we call? So I will be referring other people, y'all's numbers and contact information as people I'm pretty sure still going to call me for a little bit to figure out who they need to follow up with or contact. So again, thank you. Thank you, the city of Dayton, and all the people in the neighborhoods. That's all I got. Thanks.
Okay.
All right.
Of course, I know the commissioners have some words they'd like to share as well. So we'll start over at my left, Commissioner Turner-Sloss.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Stovall, it has been a pleasure and honor to have worked with you on both sides as a member of the organization, as a former member of the organization, and now as an elected member. And so I just wish you nothing but happiness, good health, and restful retirement. Please give our best to the family and our appreciation to them as well for lending you to us. I think, again, Ms. Dickstein, she summed it up well. Stellar performance, stellar leadership, and I will echo and just uplift and foot stomp to the point of strong community relationships that you have been able to build and being able to foster over the last 24 years, and that is absolutely commendable. So thank you for your selflessness. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for taking those calls from all of the various members and leaders in the community, and just being professional through it all and being humble and kind.
Yeah.
So thank you. God bless.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay. Commissioner Fairchild.
Yeah. Echo those comments and thank you for all your service. It's been a pleasure working with you. There's two things that stand out that I think give us a glimpse into who you are and your commitment to the city and the pride you take in your work. One is when we do the neighborhood, when we porch tours or the neighborhood gatherings, and people will invariably tell you about how the trash trucks will leave a little bit of trash, and you're very gracious and taking that, hearing that, and sometimes it's the residents' fault because they overstuff their trash cans. Sometimes it's a training issue, but in all those cases, your attention to that detail and understanding the importance to the cleanliness of that resident's neighborhood is one piece, one glimpse. The other is, we had a real deferred maintenance issue with our residential streets. Right. And because of issue 6, 9, and 6, we got funding to address that, but it sounds like taking that data-driven approach was part of your initiative. And as you leave here, we are on a path to having the residential streets across the city up to
A 70 PCI. That's good condition.
And where was it in 2016 before issue?
I think we were in the 40s. Is that right, Escobar?
Yep.
Yeah, we were in the 40s, so we've come a long way.
Every resident in this city says thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you for your hard work and your dedication.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay. Commissioner Shaw.
Yeah, once again, thank you for your great leadership of this organization. I don't think that there's a director in this organization more impactful than you have been. I just appreciate your leadership and your creativity and your innovation. And that starts at the top. I remember you had folks that kind of manipulated some different equipment to make it work better and more efficient, and just really appreciate that, giving them the grace to be creative and to do that kind of work. But also, I've over the years really appreciated that you would come out to neighborhood association meetings and just be very personable and address the community and be very respectful of them. And they have appreciated that also, as you've kind of heard. So, once again, thank you for your great leadership and wish you much success in your retirement.
Okay, Mr. Joseph.
Thank you, Mayor. I was making a couple notes here and the things I wanted to say, and a couple turned into like 8. So forgive me, but there are a couple things I want to mention. First, I think the thing that defines, for me, the things that defines you is that every time I would refer someone to you, some resident that had a complaint or somebody was really angry or somebody didn't understand something, I would hear back from them, oh, Mr. Stovall, he was very nice and he took care of the problem. And that is, that's wonderful, not only from a customer service standpoint and from a city standpoint, it's also wonderful for us because we know we can count on you to take care of tough situations, and you did every time. Thank you very much. In fact, and don't take this in a negative way, I think you'd be a good commissioner. You'd be a good politician because you have the right attitude. You know to listen first and then look for solutions, and that's how we operate. So so don't take that the wrong way. It really is a compliment. You'd be a good politician. I want to mention, Commissioner Shaw mentioned giving your folks creativity with the leaf collection pickup equipment and being able to invent their own. That's awesome and really great. You were open to putting passive RFID tags into pavement cuts so we know who was responsible for them. That was awesome and won an award, a national award for RFID use. You continued excellent trash pickup through very difficult times. Not just one crisis, but 2 or 3 different crises where we had to cut and make cuts we didn't want to make, and you still managed to do a very good job. And I think our service now is as good as it ever was.
I agree.
And you included recycling, again, through tough times. You found a way to do it, working with the various city managers and with us and our predecessors to do that. We're a better city for that. And all right, I'm looking through everything. I'm going to make sure I mentioned. Commissioner mentioned the roads, and I want to say that too. The roads are much better, and it's a sign to me. We still get complaints, but they're different now. In the case, I think we've raised expectations. Our citizens expect better roads now here over a decade in, and that's a credit to you also. So even when we get complaints now, they're not complaints about a road being just basically gravel. They're complaints about a pothole or some inconsistency. So that's a credit to you too. You've done great work.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know if I'm allowed to, but I'd like to say, do you have any advice for us? You've been around a long time, Mr. Stovall.
I'll let the mayor speak, and then I'll chime in at the end. But while you're asking me, only thing, my team, there's a great public works team that's in place right now. I've set the bar for them pretty high. I drive pretty hard, I'll admit that. So I'm just asking my team to continue that drive, to continue that creativity, and just be accountable for what we do. Deliver a good quality service will go a long way for you guys. It'll go a long way for the city manager, and it definitely will a long way for our residents. So again, I'm just asking my managers are here, I think. Let's do what we do, people, and keep it going. So that's what I'm asking them to do. In the past, it was always, let's get her done. That was kind of a theme we drove on for a while. So I'm still asking them to drive to that and just be committed to the work. That's the key to be a public servant. And again, I appreciate the opportunity to be to have been a public servant for the last 24 years with the city. But it's just being committed to this work and being committed to the community, and the work will get done, and it will happen, and people will appreciate your commitment. But it's all about commitment in the public sector. That's what I believe. Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay, good. I go back to 2014 when I first was elected to the commission, and seeing the work that you were doing. Also understand the good work with the city manager and staff as we began to work on this whole customer service program. And the whole essence behind that was trying to find better ways that we can make sure that our employees knew that they were valued. And you did a great job in modeling that behavior. And so much good came out of that whole process. And when I think about sometimes when we go out to the communities and different groups are making presentations, I am reminded of this commercial where this guy who's a drummer is always identified as the rock star. Okay, no matter what's going on, people have ideas, they have thoughts, but the rock star, who was the drummer, of course, was always twirling sticks, making a couple of little notes, always was the one that sometimes seemed to be exempt from additional work tasks, if you will. But you were always hanging in there, always always participatory, always trying to find ways of making the city better. I bring back the thoughts also in terms of when we began talking about issue 9 and the plan and the work that you and your department put together to find ways of categorizing lane miles, how you are going to take care of fixing those, different processes in terms of how you fix the potholes, the Dayton deliveries, all those kind of things that made it really, really good for us. So I really, really appreciate that. Now, I also want to just add, in terms of closing, that I understand that you are taking golf lessons, and I understand that you are taking golf lessons from, one of my instructors. So I've instructed him not to help you too much, okay, as we see you out there. But keep on doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'll see you out there, okay?
Yeah.
And,
the first video was a little ugly, I'll have to admit, but it did improve after that first section.
Okay, all right, okay. Well, keep it going. We really, really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.